Police Minister Bheki Cele and the police's top brass are in Mpumalanga today. It comes after a German tourist was shot dead en route to the Kruger National Park. The tourist was traveling with 3 others when they were accosted by armed men. Let's go to eNCA senior reporter Aviwe Mtila, who's in White River for us, to give us more details. Aviwe, I believe you spoke to an eyewitness to this particular crime. What did they tell you?
Just a bit earlier on, Maseko, Andrei Koza is the owner of Heroes Academy, who in fact was at the academy's gate when this incident happened. And in fact, I want to show you where it actually happened. The tourists traveling on this road onto their way to Kruger National Park, and of course the glasses that you see there would be the remainder of that bullet wound. In fact, that bullet shot that pierced through the car, also shooting the driver, then one of the 4 German tourists, we do understand, that were making their way to Kruger National Park. The car had to reverse, as we do understand that they didn't want to give up easily, reversing then into the wall of Heroes Academy, which we actually situated right in front of. Just to get an idea of Maseko of what exactly happened, I wanted to take a listen to Andrei Koza as he detailed what he saw as the eyewitness on the day.
When we opened the gate, we saw a Hyundai car reversing. And inside that Hyundai car, there was a lady that was screaming. And as we were looking at that one, then we saw a Bheki, a VW Bheki, the small one. That guy, there were 2 guys outside carrying guns, both of them. Then the moment they see us, because we were roughly 6, they entered their car, and they did not cover themselves, on their faces. It's like they were free. Then as it was like that, then I had boom at my wall. Then I ran straight to the wall, because you can see it's just 30 meters from where he was shot to the wall. Then when we reached there, we wanted to check whether he's stuck or not, and only to find that he was not stuck, but he was having a gun wound on his right hand.
And Aviwe, I understand that this was not the first robbery to take place in that particular area.
It's one of 4 that Andrei Koza says have happened in the last year alone. You remember that Andrei Koza is the director of Heroes Academy, which we standing in front of now. The academy itself houses both the primary school and the high school. So it's quite concerning that these shootings, and they're violent and brazen in their nature, these shootings, Maseko, happening in front of this school there, the Heroes Acre itself. And this is just 4 that have happened in front of the school exactly. So the brazenness of how they happen, the violent nature of how they happen, and one of the children, in fact, we do understand, the learners of the school have been shot in these incidents, for example. But I want to take a listen once more to Andrei Koza as he detailed some of the shootings that have happened in front of his school in the course of this year.
This year I remember 4 incidents that happened here.
On this stretch of road, Numbi Road, in front of your house?
Yeah. The other one, it was a bus carrying passengers or tourists. So 2 guys came out just here. Then they pointed gun at the driver and the passenger person that side. So unfortunately, the driver, it's like he was from South Africa, because he was not scared of them. He took out his gun again. Then as he was trying to shoot them, they shot in that bus, but 1 tourist was injured. Unfortunately, I'm not sure whether he died or what happened, but he was shot, and they ran away because he refused to stop. So those thieves, they went to the bush. The other one, it was Thomasbeck. One parent came to collect his child at school. As he was coming out, he saw some criminals trying to hijack the tourist. Then what he did was trying to chase them. Unfortunately, they shot his child on the forehead.
And lastly, Aviwe, I mean, the Minister of Police coming there this time because this time the attempt on the robbery actually succeeded. But we all remember Lindiwe Sisulu as the Minister of Tourism, releasing a statement saying that she's concerned particularly about that area because of the attempts of robberies that have happened. So there hasn't been any arrests made during previous times. So I just wonder, when you speak to the minister's, officials within his department, what are they hoping he'll do differently this time?
So So we're still waiting for the Minister of Police, Bheki Cele, to be on the ground. He promised he would be here by 9 o'clock. We understand that he is still in a briefing with the South African Police Service, the local division here, and then he's still to come then to give us that update. But on the ground, we haven't heard much. We hear that there's merely a manhunt that's still ongoing, but of course, we haven't heard of any suspects at this stage following that incident that happened at around 4:30 on Monday in the afternoon.
All right, Aviwe Mtila will of course be coming to you live as soon as the minister does ascend on that particular road. That is our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila in White River in Mpumalanga for us with that story about that German tourist who was murdered earlier this week.